You see, as I was even praying, the Lord was showing me parents in this place. And to encourage parents, don't try to force your comfort zones on your children. Don't try to force what worked for you on your children. You need sight to raise children, because they didn't start with you. They started with God. You cannot raise them according to what is comfortable for you. Because if you do that, you raise that child in darkness and not in light. Your job is to lead that child in the ways of the Lord, because no one is too young or too old to have spiritual sight. You begin to raise that child. Don't just allow other people to raise your children and you don't have a hand in the matter. Don't just give your children to your staff. Be active and involved in their lives. You don't know what spirits are in their school systems. You don't know the spirits behind their lesson teachers. Have an active role in teaching them about the ways of God. Because as kids, they are most sensitive to the voice of God. It's so interesting because when we look at little kids, we think, you know what, just take a coloring book. I encountered God when I was 9 years old. And there were things that he would share with me that even when I think back on it, I'm like, how did a 9-year-old understand what he was saying? His spirit. There is no small Holy Spirit. There is no child Holy Spirit. There is no junior Holy Spirit. The same Holy Spirit that was in Jesus is the same Holy Spirit that would be in that child. So have an active role in teaching your kids the things of the Lord. I started seeing angels at 9 years old. I started having encounters at 9 years old. There were things I was even scared to tell my mom because I was like, wow, this could be a little, crazy. But then the Lord will show me, things that I could share in a time so people don't freak out. But raise your kids in the things of God. Don't force your routines on them, because you may have lived a life of blindness. And you cannot be the blind trying to lead a new generation of blind people. Ask the Lord to give you sight. Give me sight for my life. Give me sight for these children, because they belong to you. There is a reason why God placed them in your home. There is a reason why God entrusted them to your care. You don't own them. You're only a steward over their destiny. And so you need sight.